What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video today, and in today's vid, I'm going to be talking about doing what you need to do now so that when it comes to later times, you can do what you want to do. And what do I mean here? When I speak on that, I'm talking about suffering now so that later you can have what you want in life. I'll give you a quick story. As a kid, I was always a big kid, and I always was bigger than every other person that I was really around. I was really just extremely insecure about myself because I swam, so I would obviously have to take my shirt off and have my shirt off all the time. And maybe back then at that time I wasn't too insecure that I knew about, but I believe subconsciously I was very insecure about my body because everybody else who's a swimmer, everybody else who's a kid, most of the time they're small, they're skinny, or if they're not skinny, they're a little chubby. But I was really big, and I could never understand how I could get out of that. Obviously, you can lose weight, you could try to lose weight, you could do what you need to do, but I always love food. I love to eat. I love to do things that require me to put more food in my mouth. Like, I just like to eat a lot. So it was very hard for me to get out of that until one day, and this one day came my freshman year of college, the second semester. I decided I'm just not going to eat bad. I'm going to eat what I'm supposed to eat. I'm not going to eat no breads. I'm going to eat a lot of veggies, eat a lot of vegetables, and just eat protein and whatnot. Just stay away from carbs, stay away from sweets, stay away from anything that's not good for me. And while I will say that it was hard and it was rough and it was something I didn't necessarily like, I did it so that I could accomplish what I wanted. So when I started, I was about 300 pounds. And over the course of 4 months, I ended up being 220. I got all the way down to 220. So I almost lost, I want to say around 70 to 80 pounds in about 4 months. But those 4 months were not fun. I did not enjoy it. I did not appreciate how I was feeling. I went to sleep hungry a lot of nights. It wasn't a great experience for me, but I got what I wanted out of it. And now I've been able to maintain and stay around that 220 mark. And that's still not the smallest that I need to be, but I've been able to remain relatively at a nice weight for myself from what I'm used to, because I did something that I did not want to do for a couple of months. And the point of that story and the moral of that story is for me to explain to you guys that it's okay to suffer now so that you can win later. We all have goals. We all have dreams in our life. We all have things that we want to accomplish. But the thing that a lot of people they're struck over is that they have to do something that they don't want to do at some point of their life. You don't know how long it's going to take you to get to the dreams that you have in your life. But once you get to them, it won't matter anymore. A lot of people look at what others are doing and how young people are doing these things, and I'm not exempt to that. I always look at NBA drafts now, and this is probably my third NBA draft now that the NBA players that's going in are much younger than me, 19, 18. I'm 22, so they're all much younger than me. And I'm wondering, like, how did they get to this level so early and so fast? Like, it's not fair. That's how I used to see it, but now I understand they put in the work, and now they're reaping the benefits of that. They've been playing basketball. They've been training to play. They've been doing what they need to do. This is for any sport. They all have done what they needed to do as a kid, and they put in their hours so that they can be successful. So what I see and what we see as people is we see them reaping the benefits. We see the congratulations of them being able to do what they wanted to do with their life at 18 years old, 19 years old, 20 years old, 21 years old. But what we didn't see is the 5 a.m. workouts that they had, the stay after practices that they had, the working out while we're all asleep. We didn't see these things. And if we did see them, we didn't care for them because it wasn't what we wanted to do. And for a lot of those athletes, they didn't want to do it as well. They may say they wanted to do it just because they wanted to get to where they're at now. But if they could get to where they're at now and be as good as they were, they probably would not work out. They probably would not have done what they did. And that's because it's hard. Nobody really likes to do things that are hard because it's undesirable. As a kid and as people, we don't ever really want to do something that we don't think is something fun or is going to take a lot of work. Nobody really wants to do that. People in general, not just kids. Let me correct myself. But you got to do it if you want to get to where you want to go. And when that time passes and when that time is over with, now you're upset because you didn't get to where you want to be at a certain age. Now, I'm never one to say you have to do things and it's a time limit on anything. But what I am saying is, in order for you to get what you want out of life, at some point you're going to have to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to be okay with not having what you want so that you can get what you want later on. It's never going to be easy, but it's never got to be the most dreadful thing in the world. If you keep your eye on the goal, if you understand the journey, if you learn to love your journey while it being hard, you can also then do things that will allow you to be okay with what you're doing. Remember, anybody that is somewhere in life, they had to work there. They had to work to get to that point. Some people have it easier than others, but you don't focus on that. Anybody that is at wherever they are at in life, they had to work in some way, shape, or form to get to that point. And if it is some cases that they didn't have to work to get to it, well, don't look at those because that's not your situation. Never focus on how somebody else got there. Just think about what you have to do to get to where you want to go. That's all that I got for you guys today. I'm glad that you watched this video. This is From My Eyes to Yours. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'll be back again. Appreciate y'all. Peace.